This is Fort Santiago entrance. You buy the ticket there and you get it validated at this tent, and it costs you 75 pesos for the entrance fee to get into Fort Santiago. Just going to take a little walk around, check out the old fort ramparts, and continue my tour. There's a nice little visitor center. It's called the Intramuros Visitor Center, so that covers all of the Intramuros area, which is a pretty large area. Barbatallo de San Francisco Javier built to fortify the defenses of Fort Santiago versus attacks from the side of Manila Bay. It is constructed as a solid curtain wall after the original rampart on the site was destroyed by an earthquake in 1645, so it's pretty ancient. Pretty old, I'd say. Wouldn't call it ancient. There's a old cannon. Ruins of the American barracks. That's what this is. That's what you're looking at. Looks like cannon, I don't know, mortars, bombs, whatever they are. And that looks like an old anchor, ship's anchor. More cannons. And what appears to be an official pooch for Fort Santiago. I'll bet the pooch guards this place very efficiently. Again, looking out towards the entrance there. I'm going to go show you the fort gate before I come out. What appears to be the moat. Explains itself. And the main fortress of Intramuros, established Miguel Lopez de Legazpi on the site of the former wooden fort of Raja Soliman, 1571. Interesting. And this is the main entrance. Walking inside Fort Santiago. Plaza de Armas, central plaza within the Fort Santiago. There's also a monument to Jose Rizal, which I featured in my previous one of my previous vlogs here. The freedom fighter and martyr who fought for the freedom of the Philippines and was executed by the Spanish. Please watch that episode to know more about Jose Rizal and his sacrifice. These are all the old buildings that was well within the Fort Santiago complex. It was a military barracks in 1593, site of the prison cell of Jose Rizal. It was destroyed during the Second World War, partially reconstructed, dedicated a shrine to Rizal in 1952. In 1953, just check out the insides of it for a brief moment. There's a golf course nearby, and you might have some stray shots over the netting, so it says beware of flying golf balls. Some people have pretty bad shots. But if you're a fan of history, you'll like this place. If you're a fan of architecture, you'll like this place. If you are a fan of walking about and just discovering places and looking at interesting things, well, this is for you as well. Hallowed ground. The 600 corpses, victims of atrocities during the Second World War, discovered at the dungeons by the United States Liberation Forces, and they were all buried here en masse under this white Marble cross. There's 600 victims down here. Take a moment to pay respects to them in the memory of the victims of Fort Santiago. This is where they used to store the powder magazine storage vaults, initially built as a wooden structure. Some of the places I've been to here in the Intramuros is the Manila Cathedral that is shown here. So this is a nice air-conditioned area. Some of the churches around. Pause the video if you want to see something in detail. So this is where the magazines and powder kegs were kept. The storage area. And right alongside the fort is the Pasig River that runs right through the city of Manila. And the fort, it was obviously a natural obstacle, so you'd had to cross this first if you had to access the fort in medieval times. A view from the top of the dungeon down here at Fort Santiago. This is an access from Fort Santiago to the Pasig River. Lieutenant Governor Simon de Anda, leader of the Spanish resistance and against the British occupation of Manila. I didn't know that. 1762 to 1768. Not very long. And during the 7-year war, he escaped through this postern after a siege of Intramuros by the British Army. I was just going to check that out. Back to, apparently, there must have been a boat ramp here or something for him to escape. There are the walls of Intramuros and the Pasig River back here again, and I'm going to go inside. And then so many of these things from the 15th century, 16th, 17th century, all the struggles thereon right up to the Second World War, and here we are, 21st century, still at war with each other, still fighting for our freedoms all around the world, still injustice everywhere. I have to end on that somber note. I wish I didn't have to, but it is what it is. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found this educational and interesting. Here in the heart of Manila, I'm at the Intramuros, which is the ancient capital of the Spanish colonized Philippines. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a good time. Think positive. Hopefully it'll all work out in the end. Ciao for now.